So I just got my co-casting partner Zux in here. I'm taking a second to troubleshoot, be with you in a... Hope everyone's excited for this matchup between Orbit, Mor-S'mores. It's gonna be a great one, and I'll be right back with you. Hello. We are both live right now. I am SputnikKobra, casting this match between Orbit and Mor-S'mores. I am joined by my casting partner, Zux.
Hello.
And we're just as excited as you are to see this matchup. It's going to be a good one. And now we're in the gameplay, as I slightly lagged behind. The initial joust. Sorry, let me get caught up. I'm a little behind. So into the hands of Sneaky Evil. Sneaky Evil sending it back to one scoop. Reading their spacing, getting stopped by Chocolate. Chocolate trying to look for a clear, sending it back instead into the hands of Altered Droid. Altered Droid sending it to ceiling. Pass. Sneaky Evil taking his time. Another pass back, but into the hands of the defense of Mor-S'mores.
Yeah, there's some pretty good passing from Orbit, but Mor-S'mores is playing really good defense as well.
That they are. Gamer Boy picking up at midline, sending it right back up. Losing control, back into the hands of Mor-S'mores, who sends it down to the end of the field of Orbit, and boosts are sent out. A little bit of latency there as Chocolate interacts with the disc, sending a interception right into the hands of Orbit, who will sink it one scoop with a 56-meter mail slot. That's no slouch, being thrown at 17 meters a second with 8 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Those are really beautiful mail slot from the other side of the court. By one scoop.
One scoop, no slouch, setting that standard, putting his team up by 3. Unfortunately, I'm not setting the standard on camera, so it's a work in progress. Sneaky Evil clearing through tube into the hands of Altered Droid. Altered Droid going for the long 3, bounces off the inner backboard, back into the hands of One Scoop. One Scoop looking for passes, has nothing. Triple coverage, gets it back to Altered. Altered stunned out, getting it back to Sneaky, sending it all the way to the back line, into the hands of Gamer Boy. Gamer Boy will take his time, creating spacing, looking for an opportunity with One Scoop. One Scoop going above goal. Down below goal, and Altered Droid for the below goal layup.
Orbit seems to really like to take their time with their passes. They don't really try to force anything, and it ends up working out for them in the long run.
Well, we've seen how Orbit can play at their best. They beat Kangorillas. They're a strong team when they're working together, when they have that synergy. They just need to get it going, and hopefully we'll see that by the end of this match. So, a reclaim by Mor-S'mores. Clear that goes back into the hands Orbit, and just ping-ponging back in across the court. A boost out. Sneaky Evil to reclaim it, sending it to the back line, into the hands of Altered Droid. Altered looking for a pass above goal, and a nice shot from One Scoop at 4 meters.
Yeah, Orbit's just working really well together. They always know how to connect to each other, and they get open shots.
Yeah, I wish my camera work was a little bit better, so I thank you all for toughing it out. So more to QB, sending it to Jailgram, sending it further up the tube. Chocolate has a 2-on-1, going for that backboard, missing it. Jailgram in double coverage, not able to get it out, but back into the hands of Mort at the back line. With Gamer Boy with the read coming out of goal, getting the interception. Trying to create opportunities in the bubble, but Mor-S'mores with the boost back, stopping the offensive onslaught that is Orbit.
Mor-S'mores just seems to not really be that gathered and collected on offense. They're messing up a lot of passings that they go for.
Orbit's a very strong team, and they've been developing very fast. So it's hard to keep up with them. You know, they set the pacing. And if the other team can't adapt, you're gonna lose.
Game
So
Boy just got a nice little bounce off the shield.
Mor-S'mores needs to keep up that intensity, play more physically, get correct stacks, make better predictions on their stacking and try and get this other team slow down their scoring. So more looking for opportunities, sends it right wall into the hands of JL Graham, getting double possession bug on my overlay. So it is in fact in the hands of Gamer Boy. Now back into the hands of JL Graham. And now White Fox. White Fox stunned out, trying to get that duck. It's not going to help him there. And they send it to the backfield. The goalie. Sneaky Evil with the clear. And the boosts come out. Gamer Boy first there, and first to shoot, and first to score.
Yeah, Orbit has just been really beating up Mor-S'mores in terms of boosting. They've been getting to the disc quicker and getting stuns off of their boost.
You know, Orbit's been saying, or I should say Gamer Boy's been saying, hashtag Orbit to Masters Division. If they keep playing like this, they may as well earn their spot. But what,
Mor-S'mores keeps running this kind of strange QB joust where QB grabs the disc and goes down towards the floor, and I'm not really sure if it's the best move for them.
yeah, they have to adapt. I have no opinion. I don't know what they're doing wrong, but that quick defensive play from Alter Droid, pressuring the QB, not allowing them to get set up on their offensive rollout, a big issue.
It seems like they like to send the QB down towards the floor, then send it out to either the bottom left or right tunnels.
Trying to find their spacing, trying to find some rhythm. They send it to the back line to Gamer Boy. Gamer Boy sends it right back up, looking for that pass above goal. And with the beautiful screen pass above goal at the 2-meter shot, one scoop, just by Sneaky Evil, puts them up by 17. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the round.
Yeah, they're having a lot of trouble keeping up defensively with all this passing, and they're now 1-3 off of getting mercied.
Mor-S'mores is going to have to make adjustments. So they're not going to be able to take the time that they're taking on their offensive rollouts because of the pressure. Orbit. And Orbit again clearing it out, but Mor-S'mores is able to respond with faster boosting. Altered to the ceiling. To a beautiful 9-meter, 18-meter a second free from one scoop. That's the Mercy. That's the first round in favor of Orbit.
Yeah, Mor-S'mores are just gonna have to adapt a lot for the next match if they want to take some games off of Orbit. A lot of their passes and clears are just getting intercepted by Orbit because they're able to get there quick enough.
We will go to the scoreboard in a minute once I punch. So you have the stats. Can you go over the stats for me?
Yeah, sure thing. Right now, for Orbit, one scoop is leading the way with 10 points, closest being Gamer Boy. Altered is being the team player with 3 assists and as well as 11 stuns. And then on the blue side, well, they haven't scored any points, but we've seen a save from both White Fox and Mort.
So good physical play you've seen from White Fox with 11 stuns, Alter Droid with 11 stuns. They're leading on the bruising, but it's not enough to close the scoring gap.
Yeah, Mor-S'mores just needs to get more aggressive really with their passing, trying to get themselves upfield.
Mor-S'mores will come out of the gates with Joust advantage, but they quickly give it up to Orbit. Gamer Boy looks for a pass along the right wall, creating their spacing in the bubble, but an errant bounce sends it right back into the possession of JL Graham.
Yeah, that was definitely a mistake on the Joust. They had possession. They could have kept it and passed it out, but he just dumped it off.
And a lot of rush passing, they're not making their mark. And Gamer Boy, Alter Droid is going to be there to pick it up, send it in for the clear. As the boosts come out, and Gamer Boy retrieves it in the bubble, sending it back to Tube.
Yeah, a lot of the Mor-S'mores passes are just not connecting. I feel like that's what really needs to change if they want to get points on the board.
Yeah, Mor-S'mores has to completely change it up. They're playing against a much stronger team, and they need to think their way outside the box. But they make some great offensive stops. Mort makes a stop underneath the goal, trying to get the clear out. And it's just brawling. It's a much more physical match. Alter Droid sends it to the back line. They miss it, and now it's a mad dash for the disc.
Yeah, Mor-S'mores playing some pretty good defense now with 3 saves throughout this match for their entire team, but they're just not able to get it done offensively.
White Fox sending it back to JL Graham. JL Graham looking for the pass, bouncing wide, looking for White Fox, going for just a clear. In Orbit will retrieve it. Sneaky Evil taking his time, hiding behind Pac-Man, waiting to be pressured. Altered, one scoop, off the wall. Gamer Boy stopped by the Mor-S'mores stack. If they can capitalize on this, it would put them ahead, but unfortunately it is a wide shot and a subsequent another wide shot.
Yeah, they got a nice takeaway, but they just weren't able to capitalize it, and that might really hurt them in the long run.
But their boosting is very quick. They're quick to respond. They're using the advantages that they have. If they play quickly and not allow Orbit to set up, that's going to give them good positioning, scoring on offense, stopping them on.
Yeah, they definitely changed a bit from last game. It seems like they're opting to kind of stay in pairs and boost around rather than just spread out across the floor.
And White Fox steals it but loses it. And it's right back into the hands of Alter Droid. Looks for a pass. Sneaky Evil missing it. Now Mort looking for a clear in Tube. They get it.
Yeah, now Orbit is actually missing out on quite a bit of passes, and it's costing them points.
A good boosting pair. JL Graham reads it, sends it right off the backboard. For a 5-meter tube.
Yeah, let's hope they can keep this up and get some more points on the board and try to maybe even out this series.
And with a wide left pass to Tube, losing possession, now into the hands for S'mores. Can't seem to connect on passes, and they're just clustering. They're trying to get to that disc. And there has been a crash on the team of Orbit. So it is now back to a 4v4, which may have allowed that 2-pointer to happen.
Yeah, I'm seeing in chat that there's an issue with the overlay. There's it's marked as being 2-0.
Oh.
Or rather, now it says 2-1 in Mor-S'mores' favor on the overlay on the stream.
Oh, excuse me. I'm trying to multitask here. I'm making a lot of errors. I apologize. Thank you for letting me know. So with the rollout, 3-2 advantage, Orbit, Mor-S'mores isn't able to get it off the cube joust, and they're scrambling in their backfield, trying to create something. Back to Mort. Mort to White Fox. White Fox just giving up possession, throwing it downfield.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking about earlier with just a lot of missed opportunities where they could have had passes, but they're just dumping it away.
But they might be able to make something happen here as White Fox crashes the net, stunning the goalie, allowing JL Graham to get a 4-meter 2-point version.
Yeah, Orbit's playing a lot differently from last game. It seems their passing isn't as polished as it was. They're just not able to get as many points up.
Gamer Boy cubing to right tube. Into the hands of Sneaky Evil. Sneaky Evil sending it back to the one scoop. One scoop to Alter Droid. Alter Droid descending on a goal for a 4-meter shot. 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. This is a much tighter game than last round. 5-4. Advantage Orbit. Joust advantage to Mor-S'mores. Let's see what they can do.
Yeah, that last drive was a lot more similar to last game in terms of passing for Orbit, just really polished.
Mor-S'mores quickly responding, not allowing Alter Droid to get that dunk above. A much smarter boosting and stacking pair at a chocolate. JL Graham able to respond. White Fox cutting off the passing lane in bubble, not able to clear it back into the hands of Gamer Boy.
Yeah, that was a really nice take by White Fox. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to do anything with it. He got immediately stunned.
And off the head of Mort, it is a 2-pointer for, I believe,
it was one scoop that was
one
under
scoop.
goal.
I didn't believe anything. I had to wait for you.
They've S'mores has let a couple of points go in, and well, there's another one. But what I was saying is they've let a lot of scores go in from passes underneath the goal. They're just completely unguarded.
I mean, this is still a good game. I guess some miscommunication from Mor-S'mores allowed Team Orbit to capitalize on that missed joust and pull ahead by another 3 points. Mor-S'mores is still in this. They need to play to win.
Yeah, they're definitely a talented team. Just tend to make a lot of mistakes throughout the match that cost them.
Mort retrieving it in the backfield, taking his time. But they're able to complete the pass to Chocolate. Chocolate again under pressure. They didn't communicate. And a steal by Orbit into the hands of Sneak. Pass low from Sneak. And they look for a screen pass, but they send it right into the hands of Mor-S'mores goalkeeper.
Let's hope Mor-S'mores can maybe get some points on the board and try to get a less of deficit in this game.
And just a quick succession of missed passes puts it right into the hands of Mor-S'mores, who sends an interception right into the hands of Orbit. A lot of frantic play, a lot of rush play, a lot of interceptions, and they're just trying to capitalize on this chaos and this boosting, and I think that's the right strategy from.
Yeah, they just maybe need to communicate on their passes a bit more because I've seen a lot of clears that have just gone straight into the other team's hands when they could have been passes.
And White Fox made a great attempt on goal, but fortunately Orbit was right there. They read the shot and they grabbed it right out of his hand.
So that's going to be the end of that one, 10-4. really, Mor-S'mores needs to maybe try to get more communication on their passing, get more pressure on offense if they want to take a game off in this series.
You know, they responded much better second round than they did the first. The first round, complete blowout. The second round, they put forth their energy, kept it close. They gave up an unfortunate three that created the spacing that allowed Orbit to pull ahead, but great game. More s'mores in the second round, and hopefully they can.
Yeah, they've been playing some really good defense with overall twice as many stuns as Orbit throughout this match, but they're just not able to switch from that defense to offense.
So what was the score of that second round? Because they keep.
It was 10-4.
Well, I can't even do the scoreboard. We are at the third round. A the sweep, two sweep for the series in favor of Orbit. They have another crash, and they
And
will,
Orbit's down a player right now. Let's see how they do without him.
but they still maintain the disc possession. And a joust. White Fox to Gamer Boy. They were to duck him, ducking another stack, bringing it into goal, but getting unfortunately stopped right at the bubble.
Yeah, that would have been a really nice push from Game Boy first with a stop and then dunk on White Fox, but it was hit off the head of the goalie.
And Gamer Boy making an attempt close to goal, bouncing it off the crossbar, trying to make something happen, but that they have to deal with that extra defensive man, so they're having a hell of a hard time trying to make it happen.
Yeah, let's see what type of play they try to run here to get past that extra defenseman, but they did get their fourth player back just now.
So now Orbit's roster is at full strength. And we should see a good match. So a clear back into the hands of Orbit, back into the hands of Mor-S'mores. Orbit taking a long shot from Tube, covering the rebound. Sneaky Evil looking past shield to Alter Droid. Unfortunately, JL Graham is there to read that pass, and Chocolate's there to take that long shot that was predicated by a little bit of packet loss. But nonetheless, a great shot, Chocolate.
Yeah, there's been quite a bit of intercepted clears in this match that have led to points there with that long three by Chocolate.
So Mor-S'mores leading for the first time this series. 3-point advantage. And Orbit rolling out quickly their offense. Mor-S'mores made the stop outside bubble, but wasn't able to capitalize and get it clear. Went back into the hands of Orbit, into the hands of Gamer Boy. Gamer Boy looking for a pass, finding Sneaky Evil, finding Alter Droid above goal, and Mort getting the clear, but unfortunately into the hands of White Fox. Drops it right into the hands of Sneaky Evil. Makes a 2-pointer at 4.
Yeah, that was a really nice save, and I'm not sure if he was going for a very short distance pass or a clear, but it ended up hitting White Fox, and that just led to points by Orbit.
Yeah, very unfortunate. So another unfortunate incident. Mort's going to lose it. Thankfully, Alter Droid is going to miss his shot. And they're playing conservative passing on their end of the field, which puts it back into the hands of Alter Droid, who does a nice flick movement, shoots downward at 6.
Yeah, like I was talking about earlier, I'm not really sure how I feel about this Mor-S'mores QB joust. It seems to put them under a lot more pressure than just a traditional QB.
Yeah, I have to look at it. I haven't been able to analyze it. We did have another crash from Orbit. Ultra Droid is out of the match, so it is 3 versus 4 advantage, player advantage Mor-S'mores.
Yeah, I believe that's the third time now that he's actually jumped out of this match. But he got in pretty quickly.
Trying to get a wacky alley-oop shot that doesn't connect. Sending ricochets everywhere. Back into the hands of Mor-S'mores. Mor-S'mores sends it up, getting stopped in the bubble. Truckle it to Jailgram. Jailgram sending it down into Gamer Boy's hands at goal. Gamer Boy with the clear through left tube. And the boosts come out.
And that was a really nice pass and shot, and even better save by Game Boy, and he's able to get that out.
Gamer Boy going to continue forward pass. With this man disadvantage, they have to make sure their passes are accurate. Great read by Mort, trying to find that pass behind goal.
And they're able to get a clear off, so let's see if they can get points. And they are.
Reading that clear bounce, Jailgram gets it, puts it in at 5 meters, and it is 5-4. Advantage Mor-S'mores in this third round with 5 minutes left.
Yeah, Orbit is still playing with 3 players as opposed to the normal 4. Let's hope that Alter Droid can get in here.
They're going to send it to Tube, into the hands of One Scoop. One Scoop's going to get stunned out. Gamer Boy's going to duck. Excuse me. Sneaky Evil's going to duck. Throw it back to Gamer Boy at the midline. Back in the hands of Sneaky Evil is on his approach underneath goal. The One Scoop with a terrific shot. Low goal at 5 meters.
Yeah, Orbit's just playing really methodically there, just working their way around the defense, finding the passing lanes, and again, as we've seen many times throughout this game, just a pass underneath goal that leads to easy points for Orbit.
I'm checking stream chat to see if anything's still broken. I think anything's still broken. No one's complaining. And One Scoop with the 3 points at 24 meters. Making the stop at midline. Takes the 2-0.
Yeah, that was the issue I mentioned earlier.
This is why it's so essential to get in 50 down, so that I'm not so frazzled. And Alter Droid crashes out again, but luckily, with the plays that they've made, Orbit is ahead by 4 minutes, seconds remaining.
Yeah, I'm looking to see if Mor-S'mores is gonna take advantage offensively of the fact that Orbit is 1 man down, but I just haven't been seeing that.
They need to play that man advantage. They need to get the guy down, and they need a victory is a victory. Do it however you.
Yeah, I've seen Chocolate miss on a couple of these 1v1s going for backboard rather than just the straight shot, and he just ends up missing.
And Orbit is able to recover with their beautiful stack down to bubble. Just dunk it in.
Yeah, throughout the series, it seems like it's just been a case of Orbit taking advantage of the mistakes that Mor-S'mores makes.
I mean, Mor-S'mores made one mistake coming out of Joust, missing the disc completely. Second round, when they had a good chance, Bond possibly win the match.
Yeah, it seems like whenever they have an opportunity to put points on the board, something just goes wrong and they're just not able to.
Or taking his time at Bo, making a great pass below goal, but the shot leaves something to be desired. But it's back into the hands of Mort. Mort under pressure, getting stunned, throwing a bad pass, bow tie, as it bounces out into the hands. Sneaky Evil sends it downfield as Alter Droid rejoins the match. 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining. 6 points down. Mor-S'mores giving it their best.
Yeah, it's nice to see Alter Droid back, but even with the 3-4 disadvantage, Orbit was still able to hold their own, especially defensively, which is surprising.
One scoop, sending it to Sneaky, who will miss it at tube. Who Mor-S'mores will send it into the hands of one scoop. One scoop clears, goes for probably a very long bouncy shot for Steez. And one scoop there to recover it, sending it to Shield for the anchor shot. Sneaky Evil. 3 points, 8 meters, 16 meters a second.
Yeah, and it looks like this is most likely going to be the end of the match for Mor-S'mores, but maybe they can get some more points on the board by the time this game ends.
So people say that I'm a little too critical of teams, but I will say that absolutely there is no way. And it has been a great match to watch. Mor-S'mores has put up a great fight, but Orbit is just pulling ahead, and maybe Orbit will make it to the Masters division. Who knows? But they're putting the effort in, and it would be great to see effort pay.
Yeah, Orbit's been playing pretty well, even with one player down for majority of the third match. They were able to still get points on the board and get takeaways on defense.
An Alter Droid saying, hey, I might have been AFK, or I might have crashed for most of the round, but I'm still here, and I'm going to score on you with no time left. Finishing that match, 3 sweep by the boys in orange, Orbit. Third round, 19-5. Great game. Don't leave the match so that I can see the stats. Make my life easy.
Yeah, Orbit overall this match just seemed a lot more polished and had better communication than Mor-S'mores did.
Orbit's becoming a very strong team, and no one's giving them the credit. I will give them the credit. They played a great game, and they're continuing to improve, continuing to become stronger, more. If they make it to that Masters division, it would be a heck of an upset. But that's the beauty of the preseason, is that you never know what you'll expect.
Yeah, definitely. And Mor-S'mores has a lot of talent. They just really need to work on turning that talent into actual VRML style gameplay and points.
Alright, and with that being said, we have to transition to match later. I have another match coming up. But I've been SputnikKobra. This has been
Zux.
We hope you have had a great time watching. I'll be back in maybe an hour. I don't know. Just check this match. If I go back up to be live, come and watch it. To everyone else, have a great night. Good seeing you. Take care.